In a dramatic twist within Hong Kong's tightening political landscape, pro-democracy media tycoon Jimmy Lai has secured a rare legal breakthrough. A Hong Kong appellate court has overturned his previous fraud conviction, delivering an unexpected win in a long series of high-profile prosecutions. The ruling dismantles a 2022 conviction that had sentenced Lai 2 years behind bars over allegations tied to lease violations involving his now defunct newspaper, Apple Daily. The court found critical flaws in the original judgment, effectively wiping the fraud conviction off the books. For supporters, the decision represents more than a technical legal correction. It is a symbolic crack in what many critics describe as an increasingly unforgiving legal and political climate. For detractors, it is a procedural ruling in a much broader legal saga. Yet the victory is bittersweet. Despite the overturned conviction, Lai remains imprisoned on far more serious national security charges, cases that have drawn global scrutiny and intensified debate over press freedom, civil liberties, and the rule of law in Hong Kong. At 78 years old, the outspoken publisher remains one of the most prominent faces of the city's pro-democracy movement. His legal battles have become a defining symbol of Hong Kong's evolving political reality, a struggle unfolding not only in courtrooms but on the global stage. For now, the overturned conviction stands as a rare legal reprieve, a momentary shift in a much larger and still unfolding story. In a world where headlines change by the hour, some moments feel heavier than others. The overturning of Jimmy Lai's fraud conviction is not just a courtroom development, it is a flashpoint in a much larger spiritual and geopolitical atmosphere. Across nations, the tension is rising. Governments are tightening. Speech is scrutinized. Allegiances are tested, and those who stand firm in conviction often find themselves walking through fire. Scripture warned us this would happen. The prophets spoke of a time when truth would be inverted, when justice would stumble in the streets, and when righteousness would become costly. Jesus himself declared that before his return, there would be persecution, confusion, and distress among nations, a shaking that would test the foundations of societies. What we are witnessing is not random. It is a world under pressure, a system under strain, a generation being sifted. A single overturned conviction may seem small against the backdrop of global crackdowns and shifting power structures, yet even small reversals remind us that justice, though challenged, is not extinguished. Light still pierces through, but the larger question is spiritual, not political. Are we discerning the times? Are we awake to the patterns forming across the earth? Are we preparing our hearts for a season Scripture has long foretold? Prophecy is not about sensationalism. It is about awareness. It is about standing steady when systems shake. It is about anchoring faith in a kingdom that cannot be overturned. Courtrooms may render verdicts. Governments may redraw boundaries. But God's timeline moves with precision, and history is not drifting. It is advancing.